We are too much using the internet. We have 4 CCTV cameras.
Yes, Prabhu.
Connected to the same internet.
We need to increase internet now. Fix this material problem by increasing more.
That doesn't solve the problem.
Okay. Yes, we have to hear about Krishna.
Yes.
That will solve the problem.
And for that we need some material things.
We need internet.
So whatever is used in the service of Krishna is not material.
Yes.
With you are back.
Huh?
You are back.
Yeah, I'm just leaving the caravan.
We can follow.
Yes, you can follow. but I wanted to show my screen. Okay. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Wow,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
the
Hare
title,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare. Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay.
Ceci est
Inaccessible.
inaccessible.
Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, we can see your screen, but
My-
everything is delayed.
Il se peut que la page arrive à l'adresse. Ah, on y va.
Okay. So I've been asked to discuss from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 9. The name of the canto is Liberation. Chapter 14. The name of the chapter is King Pururvas enchanted by Urvashi. And verse from 4 to 9. So before me, because of these works and other things, and my own health is also not going very good. So to be very true, I didn't study anything. I didn't study anything for this shloka. So whatever will come from the heart. And I request you all to kindly
Pray for you.
pour in your thoughts also, because when I read those shlokas during the Guru Puja, so they are little heavy. They are not the usual things that we discuss every day. So, text 4. I'll read the translation directly. So, in this, like the whole Srimad Bhagavatam is description of, in one sense, it is description of Krishna's activities, the activities of Krishna's different incarnation, and along with that, the activities or pastimes of different devotees of Krishna. It is, Bhagavatam is just like, you can see it like different case studies of devotees who practice devotional service in different scenarios. Like somebody's parents are not favorable.
Hiranyakashipu.
Hiranyakashipu. Yes, like somebody's, somebody's facing challenge. Somebody has so much material desires. How he could perform devotional service at that time also. Somebody's have a desire of getting married also. Somebody has desire of not getting married also. So how they perform devotional service, how the devotees of the Lord faces different challenges. So that is one way of seeing Srimad Bhagavatam. Another way of seeing Srimad Bhagavatam is that it talks about 5 dynasties, majorly of 5 dynasties. 7 dynasties. Manu's dynasty, Manu has 5 children. Anybody knows the name of 5 children of Manu? 3 daughters and 2 sons.
Akuti,
Devahuti,
Devavati, Prasuti.
Akuti, Devahuti, Prasuti. Shukadeva Goswami described their lineage, their dynasty. In the womb of from Devahuti comes Lord Kapila. It is mentioned in the 3rd canto. And the 2 sons of Manu are so Vavasvat Manu. Right now the current government is of Vavasvat Manu. So his 2 sons dynasty is also described. What are their names? Priyavrat and Maharaj Uttanpad. So their dynasty is described. Then after describing their dynasty, after coming to the point of today's Manu, now he is describing the dynasty of Chandravansh and Suryavansh. Sun god and moon god, or sun's dynasty and moon's dynasty. So in the lineage of sun god, or in the lineage of sun dynasty, who appeared? Lord Ramchandra, which we already discussed. Now from this chapter onward, he is going to describe the dynasty of Moon God. And whose lineage, who will appear?
Shri Krishna.
Lord Shri Krishna. So, while describing the dynasty of Moon God, he is starting from the very beginning that Brahmaji, the task of Brahmaji that is given by Krishna to him or Lord Vishnu to him was in Srimad Bhagavatam. One of the Srimad Bhagavatam is also described as it has 10 subjects. So two of those subjects are Sarg and Visarg, primary creation and secondary creation. Primary creation is done by Lord Vishnu. He created earth, water, fire, air, ether, intelligence, ego, and mind. And then Brahmaji did secondary creation. The designing of these bodies that we have, the designing of all the living entities, it is done by Brahmaji as per our desires. It is just like when a contractor or when an owner provides cement, tools, all those things to build a building, but it's the workers, is the construction worker who build the who construct the building. So similarly, Brahmaji is the construction worker, and Lord Vishnu provided him all these ingredients. So based upon the desires of the living entity, based upon the desire of the client, as the construction workers, the engineers, the architect, they create the building, whether it is a tall building or a maison or an apartment or whatever. Similarly, Brahmaji also designed so many types of bodies. So now Brahmaji cannot do, every big man doesn't do everything himself. Does the CEO of a company do everything himself? Does the owner of the restaurant go in the kitchen and wash the pots?
No.
Serve he serve the clients also? No. He can do so if he want, but he always appoint people for that, right? So Brahmaji also created so many Prajapatis, who on behalf of Brahmaji created further population in this universe. So one of the Prajapatis is Atri Rishi. And Atri Rishi has a son named Soma, who is the moon god, and whose dynasty we are going to discuss now onwards. Verse 4, after conquering the three worlds, the upper, middle and lower planetary system, Soma, the moon god, performed a great sacrifice known as Rajasuya Yajna. Because he was very much puffed up, he forcefully kidnapped Brahaspati's wife, whose name was Tara. Do you know who is Brahaspati?
Deva Guru.
Yeah.
He is the guru of moon god.
Of the demigods.
Yeah. Now how much heinous act he is doing.
Dangerous.
So he's kidnapping the wife of his guru.
Yes.
One of the ways of seeing ninth canto is, it is like if you we have gone through the first 13 chapters of this ninth canto, liberation, mukti. So it is full of controversies. Somebody's guru doesn't obey the disciple. Guru curses her, disciple also curses the guru. You do whatever I'm going back to spirituality. Somebody's father married his very young daughter to a very old sage, which externally appears to be very, not so right. Sukanya was married to Chaman Rishi in the very beginning of this canto. So why it is so? First 8 canto doesn't seems to be very controversial. So the 9th canto is Jai Shri Radha Parisisvara ki, Jai Shri Shri Nitai Satyasutta ki, Jai Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki, Jai Jai Shri Prabhupada ki. So 9th canto appears to be quite more controversial, quite more, some juicy stories are there. It is, you can also see it like because Krishna is about to appear. So before, the listeners of Srimad Bhagavatam, the readers of Srimad Bhagavatam can comprehend the activities of Krishna. Some more such stories are described here. But it is not like that. Everything which is happening has a reason. It is the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam that it describes the reason behind that also. Okay, so text 5. Although requested again and again by Brahaspati, the spiritual master of the demigod, Soma did not return Tara. This was due to false pride. Consequently, a great fight ensued between the demigods and the demons. Verse 6. Because of enmity between Brahaspati and Shukra, who is Shukracharya?
Metta Guru.
Who is the guru of, or the, I won't say spiritual master, but guide and guru of demons. Shukra took side of moon god and was joined by the demons. Although, moon god was a demigod, but still he is on the side of, he joined parties with demons and Shukracharya. But Lord Shiva, because of affection for the son of spiritual master, joined the side of Brahaspati, who was accompanied by all the ghosts and gopis.
Who is the spiritual master of Lord Shiva?
You'll get to know in the purport. The moon god is one of the demigods, but to fight against the other demigods, he took the assistance of demons. Shukra, being an enemy of Brahaspati, who also joined the the moon god to retaliate in wrath against Brahaspati. To counteract this situation, Lord Shiva, who was affectionate towards Brahaspati, joined Brahaspati. The father of Brahaspati was Angira, from whom Lord Shiva had received knowledge. Therefore, Lord Shiva has some affection for Brahaspati and had joined his side in this fight. Sridhar Goswami remarks, Angira Sakshat Prapta Vidyo Hara iti Prasiddha. Lord Shiva is well known to have received knowledge from Angira. So where he received this knowledge? Does Lord Shiva need to be receive knowledge from Angira Rishi?
No.
He's not meant to be. But why he received that knowledge? So first of all, we need to understand when these personality, Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, comes in the material world, they also act like, they do their Manav Lila, or they do act like human beings to give us the right, to show us the right example. Although Krishna is also not meant to go to the ashram of his guru, Sandipani Muni, but he went. He took knowledge from him, both Krishna and Balram. Yajyad acharati shrestha tat evitarojana. So here, as we see in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the very beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, when Lord Brahmaji was ordered when he was born, he did tapasya, and then he was ordered by Lord Vishnu to create population. So the first creation, or the first children that he gave birth to are the 4 Kumaras. And the 4 Kumaras, being very advanced in the spiritual knowledge, what they say? No. I don't want to marry. We don't want to get married. Better we stay like 5-year-old person, 5-year-old children. Because all these vices, lust, anger, greed, pride, envy, these all comes once we grow up. We do not find these things in the very young children. So 4 Kumaras, they thought, their idea was that better we always remain in the body of a 5-year-old, so that these vices will not attack us. So Brahmaji get little angry with that, and because of that anger, who appeared from Brahmaji? Lord Shiva, whose another name is Rudra. So then Lord Shiva, although Lord Shiva is also incarnation of Lord Vishnu. So we all know that there are 6 types of incarnation Krishna have. One of the type is Guna Avatar. There are 6 types: Purusha Avatar, Guna Avatar, Leela Avatar, Manvantara Avatar, Shaktavesh Avatar, and Yuga Avatar. So one of the types is Guna Avatar. Guna Avatar means one who controls, or one who the incarnation who controls the 3 gunas. So Lord Brahma is also in one way the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. He controls he is Adhisthata of mode of passion. Lord Shiva is controller of mode of ignorance, and Lord Vishnu is controller of mode of goodness. So, and Lord Shiva itself is a different tattva. Like he is not. So there are different tattvas also, or types of living entities also. Like we are Jeev tattvas. We are not God. One is Vishnu tattva, one is Shri tattva or Lakshmi tattva, and third is Jeev tattva. But apart from them, there is one different tattva. It is called Shiv tattva. Shiv tattva is not on the level of Vishnu tattva, and neither on the level of Jeev tattva. Jiva is the most bottom one because we, like the Mayavadis say, this is the point of contention with the point of contention of the devotees with the Mayavadis, that Mayavadi says that by practice of spiritual life you can become God. Why to worship this black guy when you can become the black guy and have a beauty next to you? Isn't it a good idea? Actually, that's why Prabhupada mentioned it. Do you know what is Mayavad? Sure. Mayavad is a concept given in the Shastras, in our own Shastras, that Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You must be from India. So Mayavad says that Jiva, if he practice tapasya, if he do suitable practices, can come on the platform of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Suppose, can I have a piece of paper, please? Just small piece of paper. No, that's too big. Just to give the example, what is Mayavad? So this is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay. Suppose if this paper is Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? And we are part and parcel of Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? You are part and parcel of Supreme. Here goes Rasa Das. Here goes Priya Nishamati. Here goes Christopher Prabhu. Here goes Prema Narottampu. Here goes Dayanitay Prabhu, Jiva Prana. Here goes this Prabhu, that Prabhu, Krishna, Radharani, Vishnu. Now, nothing is left. Right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
So that means Rasa Das is also God. Priya Mishra is also God.
Goddess.
God. Right now in the body of a woman. Right now in the body of a man. Christopher Prabhu is also God. So why to worship him? Or we have to worship him only to the extent I'll become God. Isn't it a great idea? Is it? Why I have to surrender to Krishna? Actually, that's why Prabhupada says it is the last snare of Maya. Practically 99% of India, the spiritual people of India are under control of Maya. 99%. They do not worship God to serve God. They worship God to become God. Either they are in ignorance, they don't know what they are doing. They are just following the rituals because their parents are doing it, because the society was doing it. Like one of the very common ritual of Indian people is going to temple of Lord Shiva and pour water on him. Why you are doing it? What is the logic behind it? Don't know. Even in the cold, like if outside there is 2-degree temperature, still people queue up and just pour water on all 5 of them. So this is not right. We cannot become God. We are part and parcel of God. So how we can understand it? By this logic that all the paper, all the fragments of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are finished. So there is no Supreme Personality of Godhead. No, it is not like that. We can understand it by an example of a father. If a father, reproduce children, does the potency, does the size of the father reduces? Suppose if father is 6 feet tall and he had one son. So now if the son is 1 feet tall, father will be 5 feet tall. His size will reduce. And if he has another children, so then he will become 4 feet tall. Another children 3 feet, another children 2 feet. Is it going to be like that? No. The existence of father will remain as it is, and the existence of children will remain different. The children cannot become, no matter what they do, they cannot become father. They cannot take the place of the father. Krishna also confirmed this in Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, 12th shloka. Nate vaham jatu nasham, natam neme janadipa, na chevna bhavishyama, sarve vayam tapram. That every one of us always existed. We were there in the past, all the times. Now we are in the future, and now we are there in the present, and in the future also. We are never going to cease. It's not going to be like we will merge into something. We will merge into Krishna. That is not at all possible. The example that Mayavadis gave is we are just like a drop of water. And when the drop of water falls into the ocean, it merges. It doesn't exist then. Is it true? Isn't it true or not? When a drop of water, sorry?
Example is true.
Example is true. Yes. So we are like drop of water, fragment of Krishna. Krishna is ocean. We are drop of water. And as soon as I'll become purified, I'll merge into the drop is merged into the ocean, and my existence is finished. No more kaleshas. Total shanti, shanti, shanti. That's what Mayavadis want or Brahmavadis want. But Prabhupada gave us this knowledge. Prabhupada gave a very nice example that there is always evaporation in the ocean. Again that drop come out. Again it goes into the cloud moves to the land, there is rain, and again by the river, these drops again merge into the ocean. So we cannot merge into Krishna, or we cannot become Krishna. I was giving one more example why Prabhupada always write it. Especially I read it in 3rd canto. Prabhupada write it as the last snare of Maya is Mayavad. Why it is so? Because Jiva doesn't want to surrender to Krishna. Surrendering to Krishna is, Krishna has said in Bhagavad Gita, Man manava bhaktam vajjayi mam namaskar mam evasi satyante pratijani priyosi. Do these 4 things. Become my devotees. Okay, Krishna, I am your devotees. Pay obeisances unto me. Okay, I can pay my obeisances. Worship me. Okay, I can worship you also. Always think of me. Sorry, Krishna. That I cannot do. It is very troublesome. Always think of you. Always surrendering my mind to you is very difficult. So, because Jiva do not want to surrender to Krishna, so he uses this concept of Mayavad. That why to surrender when I can become God myself? One time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Varanasi, and one of the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I guess it was Tapan Mishra, introduced him to a person who was known to recite the name of Lord Ram always. Always, you can check him any time of the day, night, anytime. He always recite Ram, 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 Ram. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't even look at him. So Tapan Mishra become perplexed. He's such a great devotee. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not, acknowledging him? Why he is not appreciating him? So in the seclusion, he asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, why you are not acknowledging this devotee? He always, I have checked many times, he always recites the name of Lord Ram. So Lord Chaitanya said, yes, he is taking the name of Lord Ram always, but what is his desire? He do not want to serve Lord Ram. He want to become Lord Ram. He want to become Lord Ram and enjoy Sita. So that's why Bhakti is necessary. Bhakti is not just rituals. that you do this, you do chanting, you do worship, you do some services, cooking, this and that, cleaning of the temple. That is necessary. Okay, that's fine. But what thought, what intention is behind that? That is much more important. You are chanting Hare Krishna to become Krishna or become Krishna's servant. So if you want to become Krishna, that means you are competition of Krishna. You want to take place of Krishna, then Krishna will not let you win. Isn't it? Nobody will, nobody wants to do like that. So Mayavad is very, very dangerous. Very, very, very dangerous. So somehow we came to that thing. We discussed Mayavad. So here again, like coming back to the point, Brahaspati came on the side of demigods and Shukracharya on the side of demigod, and Soma took the side of. Oh, we were discussing why Shivji has to take instruction or knowledge from Angira Rishi, because he was born from in this material world. He was born from Lord Brahmaji. In one way, Brahmaji is the father of Lord Shiva. Okay, coming to next verse 7. King Indra, accompanied by all kind of demigods,
Why so
joined.
many verses?
Sorry,
Why so many verses? We already got the purpose.
Krishna Kripa. It is mentioned in the shloka, so I'll take it.
Okay.
King Indra, accompanied by all kind of demigods, joined the side of Brahaspati. Thus, there was a great fight, destroying both demons and demigods, for the sake of Tara, Brahaspati's wife. When Lord Brahma was fully informed by Angira about the entire incident, he severely chastised moon god Soma. Thus, Lord Brahma delivered Tara to her husband, who could then understand that she was pregnant. Here's a twist in the story. Okay, so we'll recite this shloka. Tyaja tejashu dushpragye mat kshetrad adhitam para naham tvam bhasmasat kuryam
Naham tam basmasat kuyam.
striyam santanike asati
Striyam santanike asati.
Tyajashu dushpragye
Taja suduspragye.
mat kshetrad adhitam parahe
Matshitra aditam parahe.
naham tvam bhasmasat kuryam
Naham tvam
striyam santanike asati
Striyam santanike asati.
Tyajashu dushpragye
Taja suduspragye.
mat kshetrad adhitam parahe
Matshitra aditam parahe.
naham tvam bhasmasat kuryam
Naham tvam basmasat kuryam.
striyam santanike asati.
Striyam santanike asati.
Kindly recite.
We don't have access to the first line.
Sorry.
Tvayashu duspragye.
Tyajashu suduspragye.
Makshitat ahitam paray.
Makshetrad aditam paray.
Naham tvam bhasmasat kuryam.
Naham tvam bhasmasat kuryam.
Striyam santanike sati.
Striyam
santanike asati.
Tyaja suduspragye.
Tyajashu dushpragye
Matkshetra aditam parahe.
Makshetrad aditam paray.
Naham tvam basmasat kuryam.
Naham tvam bhasmasat kuryam.
Striyam santanike sati.
Striyam santanike asati.
Tyajashu dushe pragye
Tyajashu dushpragye
Nate Shri Dasidahi Pare
Matshitra aditam pare.
Nahatva Bhashma Satat Kuryam
Naham tvam bhasmasat kuryam.
Striya Sanike Te Asti
Striyam santanike asati. Tyaja, deliver. Tyaja, deliver. Ashu, immediately. Duspragye, you foolish woman. Mat Kshetrat, from the womb meant for me to impregnate. Ahitam, begotten. Pare, by others. Na, not. Aham, I. Tvam, you. Bhasmasat, burn to ashes. Kuryam, shall make. Striyam, because you are a woman. Santanike, wanting a children. Asati, although you are unchaste. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Shilopad ki. Brahaspati said, you foolish woman, your womb, which was meant for me to impregnate, has been impregnated by someone other than me. Immediately deliver your child. Immediately deliver it. Be assured that after the child is delivered, I shall not burn you to ashes. I know that although you are unchaste, you wanted a son. Therefore, I shall not punish you. But Tara was married to Brahaspati, and therefore, as a chaste woman, she should have been impregnated by him. But instead, she preferred to be impregnated by Soma, the moon god, and therefore she was unchaste. Although Brahaspati accepted Tara from Brahma, when he saw that she was pregnant, he wanted her to deliver a son immediately. Tara certainly very much feared her son, and she thought she might be punished after giving birth. Thus Brahaspati assured her that he would not punish her, for although she was unchaste and had become pregnant illicitly, he wanted a son. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaurmani Karine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Panchatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Mukumgarodubaitanam Pangum Nagayatigri Yat Vipatatamande Shigrum Diptaranam. Hare Krishna. So, Tara being inflicted by the desire of having a son, she got pregnant by Soma, the moon god. And when she came back and her husband Brahaspati got to know that now she is pregnant, so he become very angry, and he chastised her and asked her to deliver the child as soon as possible. So in every civilized society, in every civilized religion also, there is a concept of marriage. Begetting children is not bad. It is necessary so that the population can grow, the continuity will remain. Even Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Dharma aviruddha kamo asmi, that sex life which is not contrary to the religious principle, that's I am. So that is required, but it must not be done against the principle of the religion or against the principle of Shastras. So, and it is both from both the sides. Men must follow brahmacharya and women must follow chastity. Then only they can be pure in their thoughts. Otherwise, the biggest happiness, I have 9 minutes or so till 9 o'clock. So whatever I'm going to say might sound little heavy. So you can ask questions afterwards, but it will be a little off the. So women are, I I lost my train of thought.
You were going to say you have to be brahmachari, and you were
Yeah.
talking about the pleasure.
Yes, the biggest pleasure that is possible in this world is the pleasure of sex life. And every pleasure is followed, it is, the pleasure must be followed, first you have to do some hard work to get that pleasure. And after getting that pleasure, there must be some responsibility or duty also. To enjoy a very nice, lavish meal, you need to cook. You need to earn the ingredient. You need to earn the money. Then you can, buy the grocery. Then after buying grocery, you need to do the hard work to cook them, and then you can eat it, isn't it? So every pleasure has some responsibility attached to it. Similarly, this sex life, which is the, the epitome of pleasures in this material world. So for that also, a living entity must have this, he must take responsibility. Even in the animal world, they do not, do this activity just here and there anytime. They also have their mating season. Like dogs, cats, whoever they are, like all the living entities. It is only the human beings who misuse this facility, and try to enjoy this facility without discrimination. But it is highly sinful, because by using contraceptives or by using this facility outside the bond of marriage, what you are doing, you are stopping a living entity to take birth. A living entity who was meant to take the body of a human being, a soul who is meant to take the body of a human being. And why the body of human being is glorified so much? Because it is the only chance through which you can go back to spiritual world. You can end the cycle of birth and death. And by using unnatural methods, by using by using this facility outside the bond of marriage, by not procreation, by not creating children, by discharging of semen, what you are doing, the living entity is doing, he is stopping somebody, he is killing the chance of somebody to take human form of life. So it is also a jeev hatya, it is also killing in one way. The civilized system is that you can, yes, you can enjoy this facility, but you have to take responsibility afterwards. The responsibility of raising a child. And we all know that raising a child is not difficult. It's very difficult. It's not easy. We all, we can imagine how much trouble our parents have to go through to raise us. Children are not easy people to deal with. Every other day they do some mischief. They do so much of nonsense also, or at times they ask so many questions. They bring so much trouble. You have to earn so much for them and everything. So, but like they give lots of pleasure to the parents. But so if you just want to enjoy the facility and do not want to take the responsibility, you will be called a thief or a cheat, isn't it? If I try to enjoy money without even earning it, will I be a good man? Not at all. I'll be called a thief. So similarly, one must take the responsibility also if he want to enjoy this facility. It is not bad facility. It is not a bad activity. It is there for the procreation. So, and one more thing I would like to point out here is that this desire of having a son is also not bad. Human form of life, this human body, we have hormones, and these hormones, generate some desires in us. Like especially in today's context, I am talking about. When people are young, in their teens or in their 20s, they do not want to take responsibility. Why to get married? Why to get responsibility? So let me enjoy with my girlfriend and my boyfriend and have this nice facility. Why to why to follow these regulative principle also? Let me be free. I do not want to be answerable to anybody. Marriage means you have to be answerable. You have to take the responsibility. But when you enters into your 30s, these parental hormones kicks in. It happens with everybody, whether you are a man or a woman. It happens to you that you start feeling affection towards children. You start feeling affection, especially the man. They have this big shoulder mentality. I can give shelter. I can provide shelter to this lady. Or she's looking for somebody. I can do so. I can help her. I will provide not only her. I can help her children also. We'll have a nice family. So these hormones kick in mostly in the 30s, later 20s or early 30s or the 30s. Similarly for women also, these hormones kick in during the 30s. So that's the period when the brahmacharis, most of the brahmacharis or the greater number of brahmacharis leave ashram. So this is in India. This is called midlife crisis. After sorry for using this word, but it is true that after spending some considerable amount of time in the ashram, the brahmacharis think like, okay, I have done this, then been here, done that. Now nothing new is happening in my life. Because for brahmacharis also, first 5, 6, 8 years of their brahmachari life is like that. When you come to temple, people start, giving you respect. Slowly, you get initiated, you get second initiation, your color of your dhoti got changed. Now the next step, the sannyas is very far. It's not nearby. It will take a good amount of hard work and perseverance to get sannyas, especially in ISKCON. So there is no next step, no next change, no next goal. Life is as usual. Every day I am going for book distribution. Every day I am going for I'm doing the same thing. So people feel like I need to change. I need something more. So when these hormones kick in, so he feels like, okay, better I'm not for brahmacharya. I should move on. Better I get married. So similarly, it is for women also, that in the earlier 20s they feel like, especially in today's world, they feel like, I don't need anybody. I can do without it also. I can live without it also. Without a man also. But when they comes into their 30s, so again these parental hormones kick in. Just like here, what is her name? Tara. She wanted a son. She could not wait. So somehow she chose to be impregnated by moon god. So desires are not bad, but these desires must be fulfilled under the jurisdictions of scriptures, under the jurisdiction of what is allowed and what is not allowed. So and one more thing that I'd like to say here, although Brahaspati is speaking so big words that you unchaste woman, you are this, you are that, I will not punish you, okay, but deliver this child. When this child, in the subsequent verses, you will see, when the child will born, now both sun, moon god and Brahaspati will claim him. He is my son. He is my son. So now Brahaspati is also, he has the desire of having a nice son. But although he knew that this son doesn't belong to him, he will claim it, which is wrong. So desires are not bad, but desire must, we must mold those desires, especially the devotees, we must mold those desires in Krishna consciousness. You want to get married, okay, marry a devotee. Have a nice Krishna conscious family. Take responsibility of them. You want a son? Okay, have a son, but raise him as a good devotee, as a nice gentleman, a nice devotee. So with this, I would like to stop here. Anybody has any question, comments, correction? Yes, Mati.
Question. Like the wife of Rashpati, knowing that she is married to Rashpati, why she accept to be pregnant by him?
Moon god Soma. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Why she did that? Like, for example, she knows she's married and she knows that.
I cannot say. At times desire becomes so powerful that people lose the sense of right and wrong. Isn't it?
No, but like, there's no point. Like, for example, this person.
There is no point of being us in this material world.
No, but like, for example, like, even the person that she's getting, like, you can clearly see that he has kidnapped her. So it's really not the right person to give, like, have son with. It's not like very saintly person that you want. Like, of course, like as we discussed yesterday, you get some type of like habits as your parents. So like, imagine that your son also gonna have like his father who's kidnapping a woman who's wife of some, like he's guru himself. So what logic?
So for the to answer the kidnapping part, there are 8 types of marriages, and one of the
But not someone's wife.
yeah,
Someone's
yes,
daughter, I
that's
understand,
that's
but not
true,
someone's
that's true, that's
wife.
true. So like, yes, it is wrong, and she did it. That's why she is bearing the consequences also. It is not right on her part to do so.
But there is no description about it, why she did that.
Like, it is wrong. That's the description. She is inflicted by the strong desire of having a son.
But she could have son with her husband also.
She didn't wait. That's how
That's
affairs
not,
happen.
it's not that people, they are under the modes of material nature, they are under the control of material nature, and they are shackled in this material world by sex life, as a shackle of sex life. So it's not that that's something that we control, and that's not something, and you speak about hormones, no one can control it unless he takes shelter of a pure devotee. No one can overcome this thing. That's part of material life. People they do it like that's without any discrimination, because they lose their intelligence. It's just that's called lust. It resides there in the intelligence of the body. And it just as Arjuna said in Bhagavad Gita, "Oh Krishna, what does impel a man to act sinfully, even unwillingly?" So that's there. So that's the answer to the question. There's that. People people in the material world. Prabhupada says not a place. Srila Bhaktivedanta says it's not a place for gentlemen, because people here are not gentle. They want to enjoy themselves. And unfortunately, sometimes they do it outside of the, especially in Kali Yuga, for example, outside of the box given by the scriptures, the culture.
The
I
answer,
won't say box, but the boundaries.
No, not box, but
Boundaries.
Yeah.
Yes.
the answer of this question is very simple, because she was incest.
Yes. Thank you for pointing out one thing also, that although I discussed about this hormonal change, parental hormone kicking in in 30s, everything can be conquered by devotional service. There are many people who follow brahmacharya despite these things also, despite these. So we just have to follow the example of a tortoise. Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita 2nd chapter that just like a tortoise, as soon as some danger comes, what he do? He contract his limbs. He take them inside the shelter. So similarly, when there is some dangers kicking, the brahmacharis also must protect themselves. So it's not that if these hormones kick in, so we have to obey them, we have to follow them. We can save ourselves. Thank you for that. and it is their bad desire, the unchasteful behavior of Tara, who made her accept this thing. Yes, please.
One thought towards the we're going towards the 10th canto, meaning that we're working through all these topics of creation, secondary creation, of protection of the Manus and their pastimes, and we're also going to the topic of how to let go of that world, how to let go of these affiliations with desire, with material desires. Because now we're going to the 10th canto, and the 10th canto is all about how to attain Krishna, and how the real desire, the spiritual desire to please Krishna, is the actual purpose of our lives. And now we are in a nice canto, we are learning how to detach from these material desires and how to bring them into context, into our spiritual life. Meaning that in the ninth canto we hear all these stories, and they're basically helping us to detach from these sinful activities, to attain a higher taste, because then we're entering into the 10th canto. The 10th canto is all about how to please Krishna, how the spiritual world descends in Krishna consciousness, and how our only hope is devotional service to the Lord.
Thank you, Biji. Any other correction, comment?
And also Prabhupada said in the purport, because Prabhu said because she was unchaste, so if someone is nicely trained and he uses intelligence, then he can conquer lust.
Yeah.
This is explained at the end of the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So it's also a choice. We're not free will.
Yes, by the power of holy name, everything can be done.
Yeah.
All the obstacles in devotion service can be conquered by the power of the holy names.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Jai Guru Prabhupada.
Haribo! Jai!
Jai Gaur Premanande.
Haribo! Rasa Parayana Prabhu ki
Jai.
Prabhupada.
And it's the